You're listening to the Ask Drone U podcast. You ask, we answer your drone questions. Whether you're here to turn your passion into profit or you simply fly for fun, we're a community of learners and teachers who aspire to achieve greatness. We are
Drone U.
Hey everyone, welcome to another incredible episode of Ask a Drone U. My name is Paul.
And I'm Rob. And this is episode number 561. Happy whatever day this is. Hope you're having a great one. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for sending in questions. Thanks for sharing the podcast. Thanks for subscribing. You guys rock.
No, you really do rock.
You really...
Because you care. And this information has helped you out. You shared it with someone. You left us a review. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But really, thank you. Today, we just want to say a quick special thanks to our sponsors, who is VideoBlocks. You know about them. I'm sure you do by now. Because if you create videos, you do productions, you offer packages beyond your drone services, chances are you're going to need copyright-free music, maybe some extra B-roll clips, maybe some motion graphic templates. Whatever you need, if you go to videoblocks.com/drone, you'll have unlimited access to a subscription-based library for 7 days from videoblocks.com. Download whatever you want, 7 days. videoblocks.com/drone. Check it out. Also, a big special thank you to our friends at Charky, who created a Peruvian-style lamb jerky, which is clinically proven to be healthier for you, has less cholesterol than beef, and frankly, it's better than beef. Check it out on Amazon today. Charky.love. That's CHARKI.love. Anyway, Rob, got a good question today talking about an old guy, a nice older gentleman.
He does that on purpose. And I'm telling you guys.
I know when I'm an old man, there are going to be a lot of kids who are like, get out of the way, old man.
It's cruel. It's cruel and unusual punishment treatment.
To call someone geriatric?
No, to call me geriatric.
I never called you geriatric.
Oh, yes, you did. With the little grin that you say that with. Anyways, no, it is a good question. And I think a lot of people are thinking this that are in this guy's boat or this guy's shoes.
Which is, he's an older guy. This is his second job he's taken on. He's retired from his first. He's wondering, how do I best position myself? Should I be a small business owner? Should I be a freelancer? Should I set myself up to be hired by a corporation? Well, after having a lot of discussions on where the industry is going with some of my close friends in the industry, like John McBride, a couple other people I don't want to mention because I don't like mentioning my sources, but that being said, this is going to be a really interesting show. It may give you some insight on whether freelancing is a good option, how you can best set yourself up for corporate purchasing if you want to purchase your business, and what you can do to really position yourself properly for acquisition or for picking up jobs. Play that question, Robbo.
Hey guys, John from Suffern, New York. Brand new member of Drone U and a total noob with drones. Never flown one before, but I am purchasing my first one in the next couple of weeks. The intentions are to spend several weeks learning how to fly the thing. I've got good hand-eye coordination. I'm a finished carpenter by trade, but at 49 years old this month, I'm looking at finding a different income source for the next 25 years or so of my life. And drones seem like it might be a good option. Easy on the body, for the most part, a lot easier than construction. And portable also. I could pick it up and move around the country, get out of the Northeast and away from the winters that we don't like up here. So what's the outlook for somebody that is just getting into drones now, is in the older age group, and looking to jump into the industry? Do you think starting a business as a contractor, sole proprietor is the right way? Looking to get hired by an enterprise? And whether or not you think age and only just getting into the industry is going to be an inhibitor. Thanks, guys. Looking forward to the answer.
John, thank you for the question. And guys, don't forget that if you have a question, go to askdroneu.com, get it in. Like John, I think there's a lot of people that would be thinking about the same question that you are. So don't hesitate. Be the one that gets it in so everybody can get the answer. I just kind of want to jump to the end of his question and get that right off the top where he says, is my age an inhibitor?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
And
If anything, your age is a benefit because you
Yeah.
have wisdom, emotional intelligence, and you know how to treat people.
yeah, for sure. There's all kinds of qualities that I'm sure just by listening to John, he has that would give you a leg up, John, as the
Give him a leg up over me, that's for sure.
Yeah, so no, it's the end. You're
being serious.
You're the antithesis of being inhibited, is the way
Yeah.
that I would put that. And when you talk about getting into the industry now, it is still a very new industry. It's moving quickly.
And that's actually, yeah, it is moving quickly. But one thing that you should understand is if you know how to fly really, really well, if you focus on that, the thing that we talked about in our book, Living the Drone Life, because it really is quintessential for you to get any job. People are saying, oh, well, automation, people are just going to press a button and fly drones. No, we are in that right now. Corporations are quickly realizing they can hire 107 pilots, but it doesn't mean that they know how to maintain the drone. It doesn't mean that the pilot knows how to maintain a program. It doesn't mean that the pilot even knows how to fly. So if you're able to create very good piloting skills, you know the emergency maneuvers, so that if someone said, why would I hire you over just some 107 pilot who can fly these mapping missions? And you say, well, does your pilot know the advanced emergency maneuvers? If there was a lost link, what about a battery failure? Mm-hmm. What happens if there's extreme radio interference? Is he even going to know how to find out if there is to limit the liability and risk? Does he even know what tool to use?
Right.
That's why I bring value, because not only am I a very good pilot, but because I know the tips, tricks, and the systems to systematically take care of jobs, find solutions, limit risk, limit liability, and create the most accurate results possible.
And ease your client's pain.
Exactly.
Right? That's what it comes down to. Figure out ways to ease the pain of the people that you're trying to serve.
Exactly. And corporations right now are very quickly realizing that hiring just someone to fly a drone is going to be extremely expensive unless they figure out a program. And that's why they're asking us, like, Drone U, can you come in and consult us on hiring pilots, vetting pilots, give us, how to maintain these drones, what drones should we use for what services and what cameras, and how do we maintain this program over 10 years, and how often should we amortize our costs for this and that, and blah, blah, blah. If corporations are learning right now that hiring just someone with a 107 certificate is going to cost them a boatload of money. And they're quickly realizing that someone who has the skills and knowledge to not only run a drone, but run a drone program provides a lot of value. 2 years ago, I was offered a job at Amazon for $112,000 a year for Amazon. But when I quickly ran the numbers, it was like living in Palo Alto and making 112 is like living in Albuquerque and making $20,000. So I was like, no, I'm good. And then I've had other offers well over six figures. But honestly, for me, I'm a very emotionally driven person, and I want to do what makes me happy. And what makes me happy is seeing other people learn these things and better their lives and understand that you really can live a better life, and that this tool is just one avenue that you can use to live a better life. That's really what gets me off.
Yeah, so you're describing sort of your
higher purpose.
Well, yeah, and your own personal feelings on career.
Yeah.
And wanting to work for yourself and not work for somebody else. And I think that's something that somebody like John needs to ask themselves. And, you said you're in finished carpentry and you've been doing that for a long time. My hunch is that you're very good at it. My hunch would be that you are doing that as sort of a subcontractor for other contractors, which
is great.
Which is fantastic, but that also means that you've trained yourself to work for yourself. Mm-hmm. You've got to be disciplined to do things you need to do to get the job done on time, understanding that you might be working for somebody overseeing the job, but ultimately you're doing the job for yourself effectively so that you can feel good about the work that you're doing. My point is, I think because he had asked, is this something where I should try to find somebody to work for? Should I work for myself? My hunch is that you have set yourself up to go out and do this on your own, because ultimately, and this isn't true for everybody, but I think ultimately people are going to get the most joy out of this opportunity by doing that. Mm-hmm. And again, that's not true for everybody. And John might find that it's not true for him. But my hunch is it is. And one of the cool things about what John's been doing for a long time up there in New York, I bet he's got tons of contacts that he could talk to about doing drone work for them. Great place to get started with.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. In New York, there is a lot of opportunity. In the fact that he's in a colder environment in the winter, would normally be a limiter. But now, as drones have self-heating batteries, and as we create systems to fly in the cold, we're quickly becoming able to overcome temperature as an obstacle to getting work done. And for him, I would say it's really important to pick a niche. We say that over and over and over again, and people don't really listen. But for the 1% of people that are listening, they are succeeding heavily right now.
Yeah, and I think one of the struggles for people, Paul, is that if I pick a niche or niche.
See,
This gets me all messed up.
Gets you all niched up.
If I pick one and it doesn't work, well, then what?
Then you pick another one. There has to be this initial cycle of trying out the different jobs in order to figure out what you like to do. And there has to be this initial wave of your first jobs are really practice. Your very first jobs are going to be done for free to build relationships with people, and you're figuring out what you like. Now, here's the thing. Do you really want to do hundreds and hundreds of little real estate jobs for a couple $100 a piece? Or do you want to go out there and go
maybe
fly
you do, by the way.
a golf course that's going to pay you 10 grand for 2 days of work and a finished product, and you only have to work with one person who's been in marketing for a long time, or you got to work with 250 ADD coffee addict realtors who are so scatterbrained, it makes me stressed out even talking about it, to be honest with you. And that being said, you've got to discover what you like to do and then do that thing and pick that niche and commit to it and go after it.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of people are like, oh, well, oil and gas can make you so much money. Sure it can. It also has the highest liability. It also is the most loneliest thing possible. You're never going to be around your significant other. If that doesn't mean a lot to you, maybe your significant other isn't that important. I don't know.
Ouch.
Just saying. I mean, really, your relationship is like business. You should always be growing.
Indeed. Wow. This is the
This is getting deep.
the relationship hour of Ask Drone U. No, absolutely agree. And it might turn out that he wants to get away from construction. And so maybe those contacts don't do a whole lot for him.
Maybe he wants to get in real estate assessment and do roof inspections and thermal roof inspections and say, hey, you may actually want to replace this roof, or hey, there's potential water damage. I'll be honest with you guys, something that no one has thought about in drone services and businesses yet, and I'm giving you a clue right now. There's a very, very big subset of people that deal with mold-related illness. 40% of every building in the United States is damaged by water. And if it's damaged by water, if someone is susceptible to mold-borne illness, they can't go in that building. So if you, as a pilot, were doing surveying, let's say you were doing roof inspections and real estate assessments, and you were to mark and create a database of every single house that you've flown and it has water damage, you just created a service that a lot of people would pay money for to have access to know instantly whether a building was water damaged or not, because the records don't exist.
Which leads me to his specific question about what is the outlook for the drone industry and for somebody like him getting into the drone industry.
I would say the outlook is you've got to be a very strong business that you can scale up to serve many clients, or you have to be prepared to be acquired by a corporation or work as an employee for a very low amount of money for a corporation. The real value is in your ability to consult other corporations in their drone businesses, be a very powerful drone business with relationships that supersede all other expectations, because business is built on relationships. I don't know what to say, Rob.
Well, I think in general, what I was thinking is that the outlook is great. There's a lot of opportunity out there. And we don't want to mislead anybody and say that it's easy, because, we do hear from folks that say, I've been trying this and I've been trying this and it's not working. And so ultimately in that particular situation, it comes down to, well, how bad do you want it? And how driven are you to push through? Because I think that the vast majority of people that really, really keep going and don't give up and keep trying to get better and keep talking to people and keep marketing themselves through relationships, you're going to find a way to be successful because the market is there.
Focus on people.
Absolutely.
On people.
Absolutely. And again, I like getting these questions and the fact that we get them verbally, because you can get a sense of a person just by listening to their question.
Totally.
And I can get a sense that John is good with people and he's going to be just fine. Just got to make up your mind to go do it. And I absolutely think this is something that you can do.
Definitely.
And by the way, thank you for being a member of Drone U.
Totally agree.
You're a part of a community that's going to help you achieve what you're trying to achieve. So that's
Absolutely.
fantastic.
Help you lower the learning curve, keep you motivated,
Yeah.
keep you inspired, help answer questions, and they're good, genuine dudes. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, well, let's end it on a good note. Sir, you've got a lot of opportunity. You just got to pick the right path and stick to it. So important. Anyway, guys, we will see you in the next episode of Ask Drone U. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the reviews. Thank you for continuing to move this show forward. That's going to do it for us today, guys. My name is Paul.
My name is Rob.
This is Ask Drone U.